Sandhan. All Gujarat Integrated Classroom.
સેટેલાઇટના માધ્યમથી જોડતી કડી એટલે સંધાન.
Welcome to Sandhan Studio. Good morning, everybody. Today in this session we discuss that e-commerce and the internet over that. Basically, we know that this is too much importance in this in a business scenario, electronic commerce over that, and in this in electronic commerce we have also to apply over that internet over that. In this session, me, Dr. Jayesh M. Patel, and my friend and philosopher Dr. N.J. Patel, Professor and Head, Ganpat University. Today in this session we discuss the too much thing over that in this describe this e-commerce over that, advantage of the e-commerce for that. Also we have discussed over that type of the e-commerce, issues of the e-commerce. Also we discuss over the some of the limitation we have also to brief over that. Today in this session, Professor N.J. Patel to discuss over that what is the e-commerce. Sir, what is the e-commerce for that and what is the important we discuss over that.
Welcome to my presentation. Now before going to e-commerce, I would like to discuss about the e-businesses first. Okay. Now what is the e-businesses? So anything that uses electronic technology in order to discuss any activity of the business can be called as a e-business. So the two characters are there, E and business. E for electronics, business for all the activities which are involved in the business is called. If you combine both them, then it is called e-businesses. Now we can look at e-commerce as to a subset of e-business concerning commerce. Now commerce, what is commerce? Commerce is intended as a activity of exchanging goods and services with some kind of payment. This is called simple definition about the commerce. Now today we are going to discuss about the e-commerce. Now nothing but combination of electronics and the commerce, it is called e-commerce. Now how it is helpful? E-commerce is again based on the electronic processing and transmission of data over computer network, we can say internet. Now we want to do the businesses with the help of internet. So all the processing work and transmission of data we have to communicate respect to the business phenomena with the help of internet. So as we know that what is internet? The network of the networks basically. When we want to pass any information to any without the limitation of the geographical area, we may pass. And now internet is today too much popular. So we are going to use of internet in our commerce application, and that is why we can say it is called e-commerce application. So the question may arise, now how e-commerce works? And the electronic trading of goods and services, online delivery of digital contents, electronic fund transfer, electronic share trading and public procurements. So here with the help of the internet we are giving the services with the help of the electronics forms. Means which are the tools we may use, like the email we may use, like e-payment we may use, like so and so. These are the tools we may use of internet for the e-commerce. Now which are the advantage of e-commerce? As we know that we are doing all activity of commerce with the help of electronics. Okay, so today is again very important factor is faster internet connectivities and powerful online tools are required which are helpful for the e-commerce activity. Now the first advantage is of e-commerce is overcome geographical limitation. Means suppose we want to, if we do traditional business, then there are so many limitations respect to do the business. Means we may focus about the specific location, but when we talk about the e-commerce, Internet, as we know that we may transfer information, we may send any data or services to one location to other location. Suppose we are doing a business in India, we may send the information the Australia, the Canada, Japan, so and so across the world, and that means we may say that there is no limitation of geographically with the help of internet to do the business. Second is faster buying and selling. As we know that, if suppose we talk about the traditional commercial, then we have to depend upon timing factor 10 to 5. The offices will open 10 to 5, the shop will be open 10 to 5, like so and so, so and so. So, but if we use e-commerce application, then it is very easy to buying and selling any times, means 24 hours, 7 days and 365 7 week, 1 week and 365 days, means any times as and when we require, we may do the buying and selling procedure. Well, as easy to find product with comparison shopping also. Now the question may arise, how we do select the particular products, how we compare, how we see the cost of this product. So now, with the help of the e-commerce application and some other tools, okay, we may compare our products with other products which are given by the some other company also. So it may do ourselves. So we may justify which product is helpful, which product is cheaper, and so and so. So we may do buying and selling any times for e-commerce application. Then next advantage is easy to start and manage a business. This is very important. If we talk about the commercial traditional commerce application, then we have to establish the offices, we have to recruit a number of manpower for marketing, sales, and handling inventory, like so and so. So, and it requires the number of more times to establish our business. Whereas in e-commerce, any person they may start the business and they may manage the business, because there is no physical the infrastructure like so and so required. So it is a virtual, we may say that. So we may start our own business and we may manage our business properly as like the traditional commerce activity. Now here the question may arise that, sir, how we will deal, how we will negotiate, how we do the group buying like so and so. So nowadays the ultimately e-commerce again depend upon the application, the tools nothing but the some software part. So nowadays there are so many programs, softwares, tools available which are helpful to enable the deals, which are helpful for the bargainings, we may say negotiations, coupons, and group buying. So all these activities are do with the help of the web application, like we may say various websites. Web application is used, the different websites are there, and with the help of website we may do the businesses. So these are the advantage of the e-commerce.
Here, sir, we have this in a discussing for that to be in a basically different type of this in a commerce. For that, there should be in a different type of this in a e-commerce. What is should be in a too much important for that? That should be in a different type of this in a e-commerce. We have used over that, and we sir has should be in a discuss for that. The basically in a which manner we discuss for that, the particularly which type of this in a e-commerce type over that, sir. In this in a scenario over that, in this in a e-commerce, basically that should be in a basically to be in a different type of this in a procurement of these goods, and this in a we can selling this in a goods in this in a proper way over that. Here to be in a important that how to be in a selling for that in the traditional way we discuss for that. The basically the product should be in a sell different type of this in a process, but it should be traditional to be in a consuming the too much time over that. Also the manpower should be in a required over that. Okay, sir has should be in a discuss for that. e-commerce basically to be in a faster work for that, and this in a faster work basically how to be done over that by this in a way of this in a internet over that. In this in a internet the good can be in a procured over that, the procuring by this in a internet and to be in a sell is a very easy way over that. Through this in a we say sir has should be told over that in a 24 hours in this in a 7 days and the 365 days over that. In this in a during this in a whole of this in a time the work should be done over that. And in this in a e-commerce is a too much important for that. Why it is should be in a to faster work for that in this in a business nowadays is a most important thing over that, because this in this in a commerce basically what happen for that it should be in a selling this in a good in this in a proper way over that, and in this in a selling what this should be in a product to be in a purchase in this in a from this in a source to this in a destination to be in a move this in a product over that in a very easy way over that. Second thing over that here to be now selling and the purchasing the goods is it's an important thing, there is no issue for that, but it should be also to give this in information for that in the your particularly your goods in the which location over that means in a transport your goods in this in a by the way of that in this in a very fast way over that in this in a transportation manner over that it should be in a very easy way over that. And here to be in a the product to be in a shell should be in a very easy way to be in a transport from this in a source to this in a destinations way over that. For an example the product should be in a sell by this in the particular in Delhi to in Ahmedabad over that, the particularly the product should be in the transport in the 2 day over that, we have assuming that after 3 days it should be reach in this in Ahmedabad over that, but some of this issues for that in the transportation over that, but to be providing this information for that to be how to be a product should be in a which location to be move for that means here what thing for that the e-commerce basically important for that is in the which location product should be available over that. Okay, here in the today session sir should be discuss the different thing over that, but now we can is a too much important for that which type of this in a e-commerce. Sir, which type of this in e-commerce basically can be in a use for that in this in a nowadays over that.
Okay, now actually we were discussing about the advantage of e-commerce. So there are one more advantage of e-commerce is it will reduce the cost. It will reduce the cost and give more discount with a better quality of services. Now, how it reduce the cost? I am just giving the 3 or 4 elements which are helpful to reduce the cost. And first is advertising and marketing. If we talk about the traditional commerce, then number of manpowers are required for advertisement and the marketing point of view. So here we have to use the search engine. So we have to use some website, web application which are helpful to search the particular products and it automatically marketing themselves. They may use their marketing on the different website also. Then we may use some social media which are available in the internet. So it will drastically reduce the cost, and the cost which we have benefited, the cost we have saved, okay, we may give directly to the customers. So in that case the advertising and marketing will be helpful. Second is what? The lower manpower requirement. So if we talk about the traditional commerce application, then we require for the manpower for the billing, for the payments, for the inventory control and management, and some other operationals processing point of view we require the manpower. But if we talk about the e-commerce, then it is a automation. So it will give the automatic bill generation, do the payments, inventory management and the operation. So again we save the monies and it will give the customers. Third is real estate. If we talk about again the traditional commerce, then we require the number of infrastructures, number of buildings in the particular very good locations. If you see, then the cost is higher much. But here if we talk about the e-commerce, then no need of physical companies setup required. Okay, so again it save the monies and we may directly give to the customers. And next is eliminate the travel time and cost. These again very important factors. Okay, so these are the elements which are helpful to reducing the cost, and these benefits are directly given to the customer with the help of the discount with the better quality of services. Now, as Dr. Jayesh mentioned, We may do the business, but e-commerce applications are divided into the main three categories. The first category is B2C, business to consumers. Business to business is called B2B, C2C, consumer to consumer, and some other category we may develop some other category also, business to government, mobile commerce and like so and so. So let us try to discuss about the first application, business to consumer. Now what is the B2C application? So business to consumers offer directly to the customers an interface of activities. Now here in that case, suppose which is the example? Let us see the example first. Online bookstore. Suppose suppose I want to purchase the book. Okay. So then instead of going to the traditional bookstall, so I have to identify the websites. I have to just give my demand and requirement on the particular website. So particular bookseller, particular the person who are handling with the e-commerce application, they may send the book to my location. The very good example about it is Amazon.com. This is very good example of the B2C application. Second, online car purchasing. Suppose I want to again purchase a car myself, then I have to register myself which type of cars I want to purchase so and so on the websites, and I may purchase the car. The example is automall.com. Booking and purchase of the airline ticket. Suppose I want to I want to visit some abroad basically. Then instead of the just communicate to the agents, yes, some authorized dealer, then I may use the website which are helpful to just book my air tickets. Okay, and the air ticket will be available in the e-forms. In the maybe help they may send to my mail accounts, and I may do the payment with the help of the different payment modes. We will see later on. So in that way it will helpful to the customer directly. So correspond to retail sales. Now when we will use the B2C application, so when we want to talk about the correspond to retail sales, then we have to go for B2C application.